that all there in your resume. Pretty much clear about the resume preparation, what you are going to do. First of all, remember there is something called ESAG. This is very much important. So what is ESAG? First of all, E means experience. Okay. Second is skills. Skills. Third one is accomplishment. And what's the fourth? Four is a G. G means goals. This is very much important for you guys. So how you start preparing your resume, it may differ, but the important thing is these things are very much important. It should be there in your resume. So how you first prepare? First of all, I'll show you. Anyhow, you guys know, first you will have your names. Okay, names, email IDs, and your what to tell, your what is it, email IDs, your contact details initially, and if you should need to have some logos. So what is there? For example, if you are a CCNA certified, if you completed your certification, or any Red Hat certificate, or any other Linux certifications, or any other certificate, any server related certification, whatever it is, you should want to have a logo in your resume. Okay, that's what very much important. So if your interviewer see your resume, then he can come to know, okay, you have, yeah, the good background, you have some certification, so you have good knowledge on in that. Some interviewer will be impressed with your logos which is there in your resume. Okay, that's which it's very pretty much important in your written resume preparation. Okay, so so this is how it will start. Okay, so then next is like then next, like, you want to mention the summary of your resume. So first is personal, sorry, personal information. It's not a brief one, it's a short information, like how it is. So first one is like your name, then your contact number, okay, then your email ID. This is what very much important. And fourth one is a optional, logo, certification logo. Okay, this is very much important in your resume as an first information. Okay, next is a summary. What is the summary is very much important, like what is your current designation, means what is your current role and what you are doing. Okay, current role, it's not like current role, what you are doing, what's your designation, what's your destination, and what you are doing now, and what you are doing now, and summary of your resume. So these things are very much important in your resume for first summary. Okay, next is like you can go with the your skills. Even sometime we can go with the initially like experience, but if you mention your skills in initial, so that everyone can understand, okay, do you have this much skill, we go for an interview next level. Okay, so for example, we have a CCNA or a CCNP. In that, you want to mention which skill you have. For example, you have best you are good with OSPF protocol, then you can mention OSPF or ACL or VPN. These are all that the what you are mentioning, they will have questions with this protocols and with this skill set which you mentioning. For example, you can mention you have a Linux or Windows. In Windows, what you are good with, everything you want to mention, everything perfectly, like what all you know. Don't mention what you don't know. Okay, mention what you know perfectly. According to the your skills, they will start asking you questions. Okay, so this should be clear cut, so that you can get, if you are clear with your resume, means what all the topics what you mentioning, if you are clear with that, 100% sure you are will be selected. At least 99% you are sure you will get selected, because most of the interviewer see only your resume, ask your question from the resume. Okay, as a fresher, most probably they will ask you from the question. And what you mentioned in the summary is very important. So there sometimes the interviewer will ask, what is the summary you mentioned in your resume? So you want to pretty clear with the skills and summary, or also the whole resume. What you are mentioning in the resume is very important. Okay. Okay, then next is a education. As you are fresher, it's very much important, you need to mention your SSLC, HSC, then degree, master degree. Okay, this is the third, well, next you want to mention in the resume. So this all you guys know, you guys where you studied, everything will be there with your percentage, everything it should be there. But if you're having some experience, so then next is an experience. So you want to go one by one in a descending order. So how it goes, like if you are working in present company, it's you want to mention it's in a first one. Okay, for example, XYZ company. Okay, mention like this. Then with what is your role here, you want to mention the role. And from under two, from where you started, and till which till when you worked here. For example, two is my present, then I can mention present. For the second one, it's like ABC company, then your role, and from to two, from and to you want to mention. Between these, in every companies you want to mention what is the roles and responsibilities. You want to mention the roles and responsibilities which you worked, and what is a proper role and what you worked, everything you want to mention. And it should be like what you worked you want to mention clearly, and the questions are from your resume, depends on your roles and responsibility as well. Same thing in same thing here, next means next company as well. So the questions are from 100%, means some 80% at least from your resume and your skills. Okay, so this is which very much pretty important. And next is like you want to create a what to say, strength and weakness. It's not important to mention your strength, but if it is good, if you have some good strength and what to say, strength and weakness, so you can mention here, but instead of weakness you can mention strength here. So what your strength, for example, my family is my strength. Example I'm telling, it's not like a same thing. You can mention family is my strength. So uh, I can I'm flexible to work anytime. I'm flexible to work. So these are all pretty important. The interview will be get impressed. Okay, if you're flexible with any time zones. Okay, flexible with the night shift, something like that. So what are your strength? You can mention what might be your strength, but don't mention if it goes in a wrong way. So sometimes the strength you want mention will not be accepted by the interviewer. So just go clear. If you accepting, if you are just bring from the place where the interviewer will think this strength will be accepted by me, even if I am a, if I am a interviewer. So you want to think in the way, and you want to mention your strength and also as a weakness. You can mention as a weakness as well. So weakness, so what is my weakness might be, uh example I can tell you. So weakness, can I like to have ice cream, like to have ice cream while it is raining. So you can it won't affect your career. That's very important. What you mentioning, it won't want to affect your career. Just don't go with the career based weakness. That's that's my advice for you guys. Okay, so next is like, you mentioned everything. Again, you want to mention your personals, you want to mention your personal details. What is the personal details? So like name, okay, then your gender. Okay, if it is required, then DOB, date of birth, then your address to communicate, address to communicate, address to communicate. Then if you have any, means might be your permanent address and present it might be different. So you can mention the present address as well, and you can mention your again your contact details also with the alternate, because your number is not reachable, then they go with the alternate contact details. Okay, these are all very much important. And at last you want to declare, what is that? You want a declaration. Okay, so what is declaration? You want to mention, i am I am assure, example I'm telling, I'm assure with the content I mentioned above is my knowledge, something like that. And whatever you mentioned is true, because if something is wrong, it's like declaration is very much important, to know whether what you mentioned is a correct one. Okay, this is very much important. So next is like end one. You want to mention names. Okay, so names, name, then your signature. Okay, but you want to mention regards what? Just go with the regards. Don't go with yours lovingly, yours faithfully. You are not going to write your leave letter, right? So just go with the regards. You mention this name with the signature, also date and place. Okay, this is very much important. There's a last one, end one. Okay, so this is very much important for a resume creation. So be conscious with this, but what you are mentioning in your resume, you must want to be clear with everything. Okay, you must want to be clear with everything what you mentioning in your resume. Don't forget, guys. Okay, So I will show you an example of a resume. You can see I can show my resume as well.